All right, guys, let's get started with week 2 of Alabama history. We're going to be talking about prehistoric Alabama this week. Now, prehistoric just means history before it could be written down. I know, how do we know it really happened if no one could write anything down? Well, thanks to technological advances, kind of like what I'm doing right now, where I'm in your screen, but I'm also showing you what's on my screen. Scientists have come up with ways to study things from the past, different artifacts or fossils, to give them a really good idea of what things used to look like back then. Now, one of my favorite things to talk about and study from prehistoric times are dinosaurs. I know, didn't expect that on the menu for today, did you? But believe it or not, there once were dinosaurs in Alabama. On this next slide, there's a video, and it's got a bunch of cool information in it about dinosaurs, and I figured you'd like watching that better than you'd like hearing me talk. So on the next slide, we're going to take about 2 minutes to watch this video, and then we'll talk a little bit more about some of those dinosaurs that were found in Alabama. If it lets me go there. There we go. Okay, now if the sound sounds kind of echoey sometimes, it's okay. It'll come back. Just listen very closely, okay?
Dinosaurs lived on the Earth millions and millions of years ago. Scientists believe the first dinosaurs were on the Earth 250 million years ago. Dinosaurs came in all shapes and sizes. Often we think of dinosaurs as being enormous creatures, but some of the earliest dinosaurs were as small as little lizards. It wasn't until 115 million years later that big dinosaurs like T-Rex came around. Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for millions of years, and there were many different kinds. Swimming dinos, flying dinos, meat-eating dinos, plant-eating dinos. Just like we have many different kinds of animals today, there were many different kinds of dinosaurs. But where did the dinosaurs go? Why aren't they still here on Earth today? Many anthropologists have different ideas. Some believe that a giant comet hit the Earth and caused a fire that killed nearly all the dinosaurs. Some say the comet caused a great dust cloud that choked and killed them. Or maybe it was disease that killed them off. We may never know. We can only guess. The first dinosaur bones were discovered in Sussex, England in 1822. A woman named Mary Ann Mantle was walking home when she noticed an odd-looking rock. That rock turned out to be a dinosaur tooth. Scientists dug up more bones in that area and eventually put the bones together like a puzzle, and that first dinosaur was called Iguanodon because it looked like an iguana. At the time, scientists believed dinosaurs had been reptiles. But as more dinosaur bones have been discovered, some scientists think they are more closely related to birds. Even though dinosaurs are gone, they are still very useful to us. Because the Earth used to be covered with dinosaurs, that leaves us with a lot of fossils. As those fossils have spent millions and millions of years in the ground, pressure and heat have changed them, and they have become fuel for us. Coal, oil, and natural gas all come from fossils. These are all called fossil fuels.
All right, so that's pretty cool, right? Even though dinosaurs lived millions of years ago, we're still able to benefit from their existence because we can use their fossils as fossil fuels. Alrighty. Where are the dinosaurs? So to find fossils, you actually have to find rock that's poking out of topsoil. But it can't just be any rock. You can't just go out into your backyard and find a rock and say, oh, I can dig here and find fossils. It's not actually how it works. It has to have a specific kind of rock that was around when the dinosaurs were around. That kind of rock has a special name. It's called Cretaceous rock. Now, the really cool thing about Cretaceous rock is that Alabama has more of it than just about anywhere else in the eastern United States. Pretty cool, right? Which means that whenever anthropologists or archaeologists decide that they want to go find dinosaur bones, they have a really good chance of finding them in Alabama because we have so much of this Cretaceous rock. So that's pretty cool. 21 different kinds of dinosaur remains have been found in Alabama. 21. That means at some point millions of years ago, 21 different kinds of dinosaurs were walking around Alabama. Could you imagine walking down Main Street and seeing a dinosaur? Pretty crazy. Two of those dinosaurs that were found in Alabama are the Albertosaurus and the Hadrosaur. The Albertosaurus is a carnivore, or was a carnivore, which means they eat meat. And honestly, they probably would have enjoyed a Hadrosaur, which looks like that right there. Hadrosaurs were plant eaters, which we call those herbivores. And this is a picture of an Albertosaurus. Now, if it looks kind of familiar, you've probably seen Jurassic Park. The Albertosauruses are very closely related to the velociraptors that were featured in Jurassic Park. Pretty cool, right? Alrighty, we are actually going to call this our stopping point for today, but don't worry, we will pick back up tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow.